Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaah Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraah Stirairangaiः Stushtuvagamsasthanuभिः Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuः Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravah Swasti nः Pusha Vishwavedaः Swasti nastarksho arishthanemiः Swasti no Brihaspatirdhadatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Dhartasi Tvameva Kevalam Hartasi Tvameva Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshadatmasi Nityam. Hari Om. Om Hari Om. So Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra. Let us only listen to auspiciousness. Let it so be that we see also. Now whenever we pray, that this is what, through the senses, it includes all the senses. When it is spoken that about the eyes, it means that whatever it is that we consume, that we see, that we hear, that we smell, that we get to touch and feel, let it be auspicious. Now see, when we hear about God and what we have heard, we know Ishvara, God must be only auspicious, isn't it? It cannot be that he is inauspicious. God is pure. I mean, if he also were to be touched by impurity, then he and I are no different. So, how would he be God? What is godliness? Purity, total, complete purity and auspiciousness. So, which means when we are asking that whatever we hear, whatever we feel, we touch should be auspicious, where is it directed towards then? Then the pull is directly directed towards the higher. And it also means that somewhere there is some mixture that is happening. How I sense, how I hear, how I feel, it is a little contaminated, it looks like. Otherwise, why would we pray? That, everything otherwise would be auspicious. There would be no need only for this. But the very fact that we do feel that, something could have, we have this dilemma, we have a choice as though we say, I could have done better. I could have acted in a way that is, I could have thought in a way, I could have spoken in a way that is far more pleasing or may be in keeping with what God would have liked me to do, isn't it? And if that is there, then constantly the prayer, and why do we do this prayer? As we saw yesterday, it's like an affirmation to ourselves. Okay, so this constant striving to attain that, where divinity, we are told, is everywhere. God alone is there everywhere. There is no space, not an iota of space where God is not there. And God is all auspiciousness. Then, yes, so let me strive to see that divinity everywhere, in everything, in everyone. Okay? So this is the prayer. Why? And as we are praying, whom are we praying to? Om Namaste Ganapataye. My prostrations, my salutations unto whom? Ganapati. What is Ganapati? Pati, Swami, Lord of Ganas. What does a Gana mean? A Gana, like a Ginti when we do counting, Gana means a group of things together. And he is the Lord of all Ganas, all groups. So, what are the groups that we know of? Now, if you look at anything and everything you experience in this world can be classified into one group or the other, isn't it? I mean, take human beings only. Okay, among human beings, oh my God, then there are those whites, blacks, yellows, browns, however we want to. And we say one is Australian, one is American, one is Indian, one is Pakistani, one is Bangladeshi, Nepali, depending on which country. Then one is Muslim, one is Hindu, one is Christian, one is how many groups we have. And among them, forget, okay, we say don't bother about religion, caste, and nationality. Okay, one is intelligent, one is dull, one is average. Different groups we have created. Then, first of all, it starts with being man and woman. All men are like this, all women are like groups have started. From there, then so many qualities, isn't it? Groups after groups after groups. This is among human beings, there are 1,000 groups. Now, what about plants? Everything that you see around you. Everything in creation can be classified into a group. And now, who is Ganesha? He's Ganapati. The Lord of all the groups that you see under creation. Creation itself is from the Pancha Mahabhutas. Pancha Mahatatvas. What are they? Akasha, that is space. Then you have air, fire, water, and earth. In the nature of its subtlety, space is the subtlest and earth is the grossest. What do we mean by gross? That itself is classified now. From subtle to gross, there is classification, there is group, isn't it? And in this world, you see very subtle things that are not immediately seen through the naked eye. It is not available for you to touch. It is not available for the senses to perceive. There is a group of those things. Now, what is going on in each one's mind, we do not know, isn't it? Because it is subtle. I may have something in my mind and not tell you, and you wouldn't know until I have not spoken in a language that you also understand, which means until it's not grossified. Isn't it? So what is gross is seen by the senses, but what is not, that which is subtle, is not seen through the senses. There also you have groups. So you see everything under the sky, whatever there is, because all of creation comes from these 5 great elements. Everything is classified into groups, and our beloved Ganesha is the Lord of all the groups. Now, this is important because, see, one thing, as Vedanta students, like I always keep telling, when you look at the mirror and you don't like the pimple that you see in the face that is reflected. What do? You take some pimple cream or whatever, some medicine, some remedy you have, and you want to apply it. Now, will you apply it to the face or will you apply it to the reflection in the mirror? Will you apply it for the mirror so that the reflection becomes good? Huh? You will apply it to yourself, and then, like what the advertisements they say, huh? After 3 days, ta ta ta, you see in the mirror, wow, gone. Huh? Whatever. I mean, see, the important thing is that you are changing yourself. If you don't like what you see externally, this is what all masters say, that what is projected outside of you is just a film that is, created because of our own vasanas. That only, in and through that, the light is there. It is being projected. Like the film theater, you go for these movies in the movie theater, you are sitting facing the screen. The white screen is there in front of you. But actually, is it that the movie is screened behind it? No, you have somebody behind you. I remember as a child, we used to go, those days when that one projector, one reel only will be there, with that guy. Through that small screen, he will be projecting. If there is no current, suddenly you will, everything will go. Everyone will look behind. Because everyone knows it's being projected from there. Exactly like that. Deep within us, we have these vasanas. Because of those vasanas, which are our own conditionings, we see everything through that only. So what we see outside is actually, this is the essence of Vedanta. So it is said, now Namaste Ganapati. I prostrate, salute to Ganesha, who is the Lord of all groups. Now, can I condemn any one group or the other? No. So, if I don't like one group, oh, I don't like what I see. What should I change? Where should I apply the cream? How should I rectify myself? Because who is the Lord finally? Who is Ganesha? God is all compassionate, all loving. And if I have to see him somewhere, this is the play of Ishvara. He is all compassionate, but he will try and show himself in some ways, and we think, oh, I don't like this group. And then I separate myself, whenever we separate ourselves like this from creation, from people, what happens? You create that gap between you and everyone else. That gap, in that separation, we begin to suffer. Misery is known because of that. Because our own aham, that is this ahankara comes in the way. Whereas if you have to see divinity everywhere, and Ganesha only, who's the Lord of everything, so if you don't like something, you can directly speak to Ganesha. Ganesha, please rectify it. It is beyond my control. Or if it is within my control, please tell me, how am I to rectify this? What should I change? Let him give you that buddhi. So this should be our prayer. Okay. Usually Ganesha will say, yes, correct yourself. I am the leader of that group also. So it can't be doing that bad. So the correction is within you. See what you have to go through. Certain things you may have to go through. Those are for your lessons. And what you can change, then do contribute that way and change it. So this way, Namaste Ganapati is so important. When we listen to this and when we are chanting this now, remember the meaning of it. Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi. See, don't bother too much if this Tattvamasi and these Vedantic words are there. This is a seer, Atharvana. He is a sage of the ultimate order. He has seen, he is saying something. Okay? It is okay. If we do not know, no problem. Ganesha will give us that buddhi yoga, not to worry. What is he saying? Tvameva pratyaksham, meaning you are that direct tattvam asi. Tattvam asi, two ways, you can look at. What is that? Tattvam. Tattvam of anything means what? The essence of anything. The gist of everything. The pulp, the true meaning of anything is tattvam, isn't it? We say, you're talking for so long. What is it that what is the tattvam that you want to really speak about, isn't it? So we have to have that. What is that tattvam in this? So each and everything, there is a tattvam, and that tattvam, tvameva pratyaksham tattvam asi. You are the essence of everything. Okay? And then there is tat tvam asi. This is the Vedanta Mahavakya. In the Upanishads, we get to hear this. This is declared in the Upanishads. And what does this mean? This means the aikyam, the union or the oneness of everything in creation. Even between creation and creator. There is no difference. Which means what? Whatever you see in creation is not apart from the creator. One and the same. That creator's power only is exercised and manifested as this beautiful creation. And when he wants, he sustains it, as we see here. Tvameva kevalam kartasi, tvameva kevalam dhartasi, tvameva kevalam hartasi. What does this mean? Karta, he is the creator, he is the only karta. In fact, there is only one karta. We all have kartrutva bhav. That is because not knowing who we are, that we are that spark, of that consciousness. That consciousness comes to identify with the intellect, and then the ego is born, and I begin to think I am doing like that. Not only I, everybody is saying I am doing. And if all want to do good, why so much bad is happening also, we don't know. And you ask anybody in this world, what only? You ask me why you did that, I did right only. I thought like this with all the information and experience. I thought this was the right thing to do. I am doing right. Everyone is doing right only. And yet so much wrong is happening. So we must see what is this? This is the Leela. Karta koi aur hai, He is the Karta. But the Kartritva bhav is spread with everyone. In fact, if there is something that we are doing is adding confusion wherever we are. Definitely Karta, there we are. And something is going on well also, we know how to add to it. Absolute add confusion. And we wonder, what will happen to the world? Actually, when we are not there, the world is also pretty well balanced and getting along. In fact, this COVID taught us that lesson also, I think. For too many of us human beings, it's been an awakening moment that the rivers are getting cleaned by themselves. Air is less polluted today. Man is not going out, And so you see how much confusion we have created in the universe. So, अगर करता कुछ है कोई है तो confusion करता हमने. So he is what? Tvameva kevalam. You are the only karta. Only one karta is there. Keval means one. He is the one karta. He is the one who sustains. Now, who is karta, dharta, and harta? You must understand Trinity. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha. These names are given because our mind, creator, sustainer, destroyer, we are looking at it in groups. We are looking at them as different because mind is limited, in understanding. So as we saw yesterday, all the deities, different departments. So yes, there is a creator. Brahmaji is a creator. Now what is the seer saying? Ganesha, you are that ultimate. You only are Karta. You only are Dharta, sustainer. You are only Vishnu. And you are only the destroyer also. And you see, this is how creation is kept, isn't it? Now see, when the world is created, okay, it is also sustained. Otherwise, what is going to happen? You will see how birth is happening, somewhere growth is happening, huh? Old age is happening, somewhere death is also happening. Right at this moment in the world, huh? Somebody is being born and somebody is dying. And it is being sustained also. This cycle is also sustained. So people are there for some time. That sustenance of life is also going on. It is all one only. It is not different. It's like the manifestation, happening. But since we see it differently like this, he is the creator, sustainer, and destroyer. What we know as Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. In fact, see, creation must happen. We all love to create, isn't it? We are all trying to make new things all the time, trying to become something. And we are trying to sustain, hold on to our relationship, hold on to so many things, our possessions. This is going on. And at the same time, we know, like people who are leaving us and going, we will also be leaving and going sometime. Nothing is it that we are. In fact, thank God that is happening. Otherwise, imagine as it is. With death also, our population is so much. If people are not ready to leave and we are all not going to go only, what will happen? You think, can that be sustained? New birth is also happening and nobody is willing to go. With difficult position. So, destruction is also beautiful and it is needed. In nature, it happens. That is the law of nature. And who is the ordainer? Who is this controller? It is none other than Ganesha. Tvameva kevalam kartasi, tvameva kevalam dhartasi. You are only holding us all together. And tvameva kevalam hartasi. What all will you destroy? It's not only death this way. When I seek, I am seeking you, Ganesha, but certain negative tendencies are there within me. Then I need that also destroyed, no? So destruction is not always bad. Oh, Ganesha, you are the destroyer. Please destroy those negative tendencies within me. So that positivity can be born in me. And hold on to that. Let me sustain that, So yesterday I was good, but what happened today? I heard something else and I'm now upset again. Let me be able to sustain that. So this way, Tvameva Kevalam, the seer Rishi says, Tvameva Kevalam, Tvameva Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmasi. You alone are indeed. Tvameva Sarvam Khalu, indeed. Idam Sarvam. You are Brahman. You are that very Brahman. Brahman is self-evident, is the essence in all. He is the all-pervading one. How is he all-pervading? Because he is the subtlest. In and through everything, it is him alone. He is the essence of all. So this way, he is all-pervading. So is there a place where he is not? No. There is no place. In fact, because he is there, we can even conceive or think. Now, when we say that, think of Jupiter. And the moment you say Jupiter, there is some planet because it comes from knowledge. We haven't been there. It is all from knowledge only, isn't it? Pratyaksham, none of us have gone there. We can't go there now. But immediate, how much time did it take for you to think of that? Like that it happened. How can that happen? Because of the presence of that light only, in which this knowledge shines. So he illumines this. How is he able to illuminate? He is everywhere. He is simply everywhere, and that is why the illumination is possible. He says, Tvam Sakshad Atmasi Nityam. Sakshad Atma. You are our own self. Asi Nityam. Nityam is eternal. You are our own self, which is our own eternal self, not this self that I consider myself to be, not this which I am assuming myself to be. I am assuming this is who I am a woman, I am of this age, and this is what is my profession, and this is what I do for a living, and no, not that. Talking of Sakshad Atma. What is that? I'll tell you. If you are in a very dark room, no current, electricity, no sunlight also, it is midnight in fact. And in that room, you have to look for something. You will be groping around, isn't it? And your friend is there in that room. You want to check out if she is there or she has left the room or whatever. So what will you do? You will call out, hey friend, are you there? Right? Because you don't know if she is there. Now tell me, in all that darkness, you can't see a thing, you can't even see yourself. Do you doubt whether I am there because I can't see myself? It's so pitch dark. What do you say? Hey, fool, I am there, that much I know. Hey, no, prove it to me that, hey, come on, I know I am there. Isn't it? Is there any proof required? I want to know if the other friend is there. But that friend, she also doesn't want any proof whether she is there. She may want to know if I am there or not. Which means what? Each one of us, for us, I am is the truth. Swata Siddha. It does not require any proof. So each one of us who says, I am, Swata Siddha, that Swayam Atma is none other than. When I say I am a woman, that woman differentiates from that soul, Ishvara, who I am. Okay. So then that man will say, but I am different from you because I am man. But I am is the same, no? That I am, what does it represent? This is what we must see. We are understanding, we have to understand the word meaning as we keep chanting. What is indicated, we must do mananam on it. And then when we are meditating, Ganesha will reveal himself thus. Tvam sakshad atmasi nityam, eternal. And that which we all say, I am, is eternal. Okay? We saw yesterday, no? Before we were being born into this field of experience, this loka, I only was there. I only got delivered. I came out into this world, isn't it? That time also, I am was there. It is eternal. It doesn't leave ever. This is the proof. This is what our rishis have declared and established as truth, and that is the truth. That is why the Shastras, those who seek the Shastras and try and learn those mantras, try and meditate upon it, come to recognize this truth about themselves. And here the Rishi says, Ritam Vachmi, Satyam Vachmi. Who is this saying? This here only. And why? I speak the truth, he says. Ritam is truth. Satyam is truth. Ritam Vachmi, I speak. I am. So what? What is he saying? All about Ganesha, the nature of Ganesha he has said, and then he's saying, Ritam Vachmi. As determined by the scriptures, when I say Ritam Vachmi, then this is the truth as determined by the scriptures. When we study any subject matter, we chemistry book we take, And in that, what is said in school? We go to school and chemistry book says, what is that? H2O. Huh? Is the chemical equation for water. 2 parts of hydrogen and 1 part of oxygen. This makes up for water. Now, what do? We say, okay, teacher. Teacher will say, learn this by heart and you have to learn to solve these equations. We learn it. We take it for truth, isn't it? We have joined that school to study chemistry, and if that is what they are teaching us, yes, accept it. We trust that. That is determined by that school, that teacher, okay? So the Shastras have determined this truth. This is the truth of the Shastras, okay? So Vritam Vachmi. That means as per the Shastras, and I'm telling you that, which means the Shastras are not telling different from what I am saying right now. Or what I am saying is exactly conforming with what is spoken of in the Shastras. Satyam Vachmi also he says. That means what? Not only Shastras, this is my own experience. So this here is saying this is the truth. How truth? My own experience. Satyam Vachmi. So this here has come to recognize, it is verified. He knows it. He knows it very well within him. There is no other way. There is no doubt about it. There is such clarity. Now he comes from there. So he is literally affirming. It is not, you ask him, he will say, no, it is not theoretical, It is not because my guru taught me like that and I am now repeating that. No, it is my own experience. So, Ritam Vachmi, Satyam Vachmi. Now, having said this is about Ganesha, the nature of Ganesha. Remember the nature of Ganesha. And then says, now we shall pray for all-round protection. Why? Bhadram Karne Vishrunuyamade. We started there. All auspiciousness. We want all auspiciousness around us. At no point of time we want anything other than that. We need to be protected at all levels. By that we don't want. So therefore, he says, Avatvam mam avavaktaram avashrotaram avadataram avadhataram avanuchanam avashishyam avapaschatat avapurastat avottaratat avadakshinatat avachurdhvatat avadharatat sarvato mam pahi pahi samanta. Protect me, O Lord Ganesha. Protect me. Please protect me. Please protect the speaker. Vaktaram. Vaktaram. Protect me physically, emotionally, mentally, intellectually, everywhere. Also, we recognize, we play different kinds of roles, and at every role, what I'm playing, how I'm speaking, everywhere protect me. This way, please protect me. Please protect the speaker. Now, who is this Vakta? Whoever is now speaking. Atharva Sheersham was given. Okay, the Rishi gave it, spoke of it. And then from that time, it is continuously being spoken about. Protection for. See, one thing is, at physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual levels, always there can be challenges that come up. Okay, so this is something auspicious that is happening. Ganapati Atharva Sheersham. I always tell our students, whenever something auspicious is going on, we must participate in it. You know, why should we participate? Because first thing is we want auspiciousness. And if our participation helps sustain that auspiciousness, then that is wonderful. That's what is needed. Whenever we are thus participating in it, then all the forces that come to suppress such auspiciousness are also defeated. You are destroying that. Therefore, it is needed. So whenever anything auspicious is happening, try and contribute. Try and, I'm not saying, see, not always through money, whatever, moral support you can give. You know, group of people are doing something, it's considered auspicious, you feel it is good, very good team, you know, at least that moral support I give you. If I can, if that cause is very deep, you know, I also really relate with that. With whatever kind of help, I will be there physically participating. Yes, let me, I may not be there physically, but can I help financially? Yes, I will. So what are we doing? Constantly, we are in touch with that. Now, when there is this Vakta who is speaking, let him also be protected this way. Inauspiciousness doesn't enter him. He doesn't have any kind of misgivings. You know, who are these people who are going to listen to me? Will they even understand what I'm trying to say? Then that Vakta, what will happen? Rarity that there are Vaktas who will want to speak. You know, because see, I'll tell you, not everybody can be able to do this. There are many wise men, let me tell you, but not all of them want to come out to speak. Some of them do speak, but they cannot really teach anything. No? Like you say, no, they may be a very good tennis player, but he may not be a good coach. Likewise, they could be a fantastic coach. In fact, he would have coached sports, you know, tennis players who would have won the Wimbledon and all the Australian Open and everything. But he himself would never have won a match or, you know, some great title. So you see, those are two different things. So this Vakta has not only to have that capacity that he has understood something, he must be able to convey it also. To protect him. Why? Because then the Shrota, they also need protection. They also need to be protected from many things, you know, also protect the listener. Any audience, we will see, first of all, we must listen. When there is something auspicious being told, listen to it, take time off. And what is inauspicious? What can be inauspicious? That whichever takes you away from that goal. That is all. Do not feel guilty. Do not feel. Do not begin to criticize yourself whenever you feel that you have gone away from the truth. You have gone away from God. You can't go very far away from Him, isn't it? Because God is everywhere. But what should we do? That try and avoid those things. You know, that is all we must try and do. So we seek protection. As I am listening, let me not fall asleep. What happens is something sattvic is going on, but that is the time tamo guna has taken over. Protect me, oh Lord, for some time, you know, 1 hour class. Otherwise, what happens? The Vakta, you know, usually says, even if you sleep, it is okay, but you attend. Because the ears get that much, let that auspiciousness go in. We must try as Shrota to keep ourselves awake and interested in that topic. Very soon, what happens? Because of Purva Samskaras, somebody is doing something, somebody else says, I have heard of people saying, you know, Acharya, I don't want to come to your class. I mean, I want to come, but you know, then I will, okay, what happened abroad? There is some enmity with some other person who is also attending the class. She is coming, then there is all talk unnecessary. Don't stop yourself from that, Papa. Because of her, you don't stop. See, we don't think, this is coming because of our own nature. And this is exactly the kind of tendencies we want to do away with, isn't it? Therefore, protect me. Protect me from misunderstanding whatever is being spoken. Let nothing else come in between. Like I say, when you're listening to something, pay attention to the teaching. I mean, if suppose, you don't like the teacher, you have heard something against the teacher. Is she talking the right thing? Is she saying, then take the teaching, forget the teacher. Don't follow. Let the teacher not come in between. Huh? This way, the Shrota should be ready. Why? You want to grow, that's why. Kabira says, Guru ki karni Guru jayega, chele ki karni chela. Which means what even Bhagavan Krishna has said. You have to put your efforts and do what you needs to be done. You only have to do. Gurudev says, the Guru is not going to carry you on his back and taking all the load, and you have to, he will guide you whenever you want guidance. So the Vakta is saying, so don't bother. What is the Vakta? How can I apply it? How am I to evolve? If you are this way, you are very well protected. So protection from, from all the unwanted things that will stop me from listening and getting the essence that is Ganapati out of this Ganapati Atharva Sheersham. And he also says, Avadataram, who the donor, you please protect. Dhataram, the supporter, you please protect. Whenever all these things have to happen, it happens. Supporter, directly, indirectly, with there many donors are there, yajamans are there, who, because of their contribution, a lot of good karmas, good auspicious things can happen. So protect those people who this way contribute, who donate for such goodness to happen. So you see, you are asking all for the right things here. Protect that dhataram, the supporter of such activities also. Now, if there is a yajna going on, you need people to support. Come. In what way can I help? Can I help in this? Can I get this? On the day, small pujas also when we do at home, a gathering at home, aren't we glad? Even if we have, a dinner party at home. Okay, so somebody saying, hey, forget about the sweet, I will bring it. You don't have to worry. After the party, somebody says, hey, let me help you with the dishes. This is needed, isn't it? Then what happens is, when this way people support, automatically there is this feeling that we can do it once more. If suppose you're burdened with that one auspicious yajna that you're done, usually this is what happens. Don't get burdened by puja. Any puja, worship happens, any festivity happens at home. I have seen the wives at home so tired and say, Abba, it is over. No. Don't be caught up in what is the right and, enjoy. It is for that Lord alone. For whom are we doing? And when we this way support, in my house puja is happening, all my friends support. When their puja is happening, don't say, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going there. I'll come there for 5 minutes. I'll show my head and go. Try and participate. Be the supporter. This way we must, whoever is having something auspicious, auspicious that is going to benefit collective, also the individual, towards evolving and reaching, towards asking for auspiciousness to descend, then those opportunities must never be missed. One must contribute, one must support. and protect us, O Ganesha. Protect the donor, protect the supporter, Dhata, the Guru, Anujan, our Shishyam also, the teacher who trains us into this Vaidika learning, no? Anujan, he's called. Huh? So, such a teacher who trains us into the Vaidika Parampara and takes us to the Vedanta Shastra. Such a teacher also, it is said, why this teacher specifically? See, this knowledge is such. And yesterday we saw Atharva Sheersham. Atharva meaning what? That Atharva means to tremble, to be trembling with fear. Atharva makes you fearless. So what is it that this knowledge has that empowers you this way? That knowledge is given to you, but none other than that Vaidika teacher. Okay? And it is said, like we say, Annadanam Mahadanam, isn't it? If you can give food, distribute food to people, great charity. Vidyadanam Mahattara. If you can educate somebody, like they say, you give, there is a Chinese proverb, no? You give a man fish to eat, that is Annadhanam, very good. But you teach him to fish, then you are empowering him with that knowledge so that he never goes hungry. So education is, Vidyadanam is greater. Then there is this Abhayadanam is Mahat. It is the Shreshta, superlative. Huh? What is that? Abhayadanam. Make people fearless. So this, how can you make? Only through this knowledge. This knowledge must empower you to become fearless. And this teacher who thus gives you this Vaidika knowledge, him and also the disciple. Oh God, please protect our Gurus and Sadgurus. May their grace always be upon us. Even the Gurus and Sadgurus land into a lot of trouble, lot of challenges. It is not that it is not there. They face a lot of challenges. Where anything auspicious has to happen, understand there is enough challenging inauspiciousness waiting. So waiting to be removed. And that's what the Sadguru does. And here, one who submits to discipline is the Shishya, So he is ready to learn, he is steadily progressing. So a good student is who simply understands what is in the mind of the teacher and is ready to do it. Then there is a second kind, Madhyama teacher, who is told, please do this, and he does it to the satisfaction of the Guru. And then there is one third kind. Now all these kinds are there. Even after being told, we'll go and do something, we'll go and do something ulta. That also can be there. In whichever way, protect. Protect me from what? From these kind of tendencies that stop me from seeing what my Guru wants from me. Usually, initially when the student begins, he is only surveying the teacher. Should I listen to him or not listen to him? And then he will say he has surrendered, but that is in his own imagination. Because the Guru in very many ways tries to understand the surrender is there. Very good. The day he has said he will not test him. 2 days later, he will just tell him something which might seem, to shake him up. And then he knows where the surrender stands. He doesn't say anything, but the Guru has understood, So here, understand until, we saw that yesterday, until the Guru is not satisfied with the kind of faith and surrender that the Shishya expresses, that Guru is not going to empower this Shishya with this knowledge, because it should not be done. The Guru will face the sins, committed by that undeserving Shishya. He will not do it, and it is not supposed to be done. Okay, so then who is the loser here? So protect the student, protect me also, Ganesha. As a student, let me be that Uttama Shishya. Let me learn quickly. Let me learn. May I deserve that, you know. So do make me a good disciple. Protect my faith, my devotion, and my knowledge. My knowledge should not go in a viparita bhava, that I have gained knowledge and now I am senior most disciple of my guru. That pride comes, and then I am applying that knowledge to feed that ego of mine. There the fall has begun. So you see, I need to be protected at all levels. So protection, you know, it is said that Sant Rahim was there. Huh? During the time of Sant Tulsidas Ji, Mirabai, Kabira, all of them were contemporaries. Sant Rahim would give away in charity a lot. But whenever he gave in charity, he would not look at the receiver's eyes. He would not meet eye to eye. He would be very humble and he would give. So many people, you know, asked him, why don't you look at that person? And he said, no, I don't want to do that. You know, because when they receive, they have this gratitude in their face and they think, I have given. I am not the giver. He is the giver. You know, and they misunderstand and all the credit comes to me. I don't want to take that credit. See? So, if at all we must be in gratitude, think of that Karta. Karta, it is because of you that this is happening. Let me be this instrument if this work has to get done. What kind of work has to get done? I have no choice. Karta, you have to get it done. Then we cannot say, this job I will do, that job I will not do. Now that is another thing. We want to volunteer means we want to be at the seva table so that we can take that and annadanam is that. Cleaning of the plates after that I will not do that. Can't we hire somebody? No. That means kartrutva bhav is there and you're taking great pleasure in doing that one job. So you see, you should be like an empty vessel. So make me that disciple. And sarvato mam pahi pahi samanta. And yes, before that, all directions, all round protection. As is mentioned, you know, when we say Bhur-bhuvaswarum iti digbandha, when we do puja, we do that. What is that? Now, from all directions, I am simply locking. So, no inauspiciousness, no distractions come. You know, from where? From east, from west, from north, from south, from higher, from lower, nowhere. Digbandha, before you're doing puja, we normally start with this. Which means what? No disturbances from everywhere, from every side protect me. When we are listening, I told you, Adhyatma, our own mind sometimes becomes the enemy and we go against what we are hearing. Then sometimes, you know, there are other distractions. None of these distractions need come. I should be available this way. When? All the time. Available, focused in getting that essence of everything. That essence, which is Ganapati. At every point of time. So if I'm listening to something, the essence of it. If I'm seeing something, the essence of it. That is why Vedanta Vichar, you know, leads you to seeing things as they are. If you know something as it is, then you have come to recognize the essence of it. Not what you thought it to be, what you assume it to be. No filter. As is, you see. So to be able to see him only everywhere is what this is, and I need this protection all the time. So if I need this protection, as I am asking for this protection, then what is my duty? What should I affirm within myself? What do I have to see for within myself? Is that I keep away from all of this. Tvam vangmayastvam chinmayah, tvam anandamayastvam brahmamayah, tvam satchidanandadvitiyosi, tvam pratyaksham brahmasi, tvam jnanamayo vijnanamayosi. You are vangmayastvam chinmayah. Vangmaya. You are the very embodiment of speech. And when we say vangmaya, this whole world is said to be created from sound, speech. And if, in fact, we would not have known the scriptures, if there was no speech. Orally, it was transmitted, the scriptures initially. Then you have the written word. Okay, now we are reading. So any righteousness, unrighteousness, truth, untruth, good, bad, all of this verily is speech, and inspirer of all words and speech is him. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande. Yat kripatamaham, your kripa. Why? Because you are the one. If you are there, mukam, the one who is not able to speak, he is, the dumb will start speaking, and he will become a great orator. He can become. And the one who has no legs, he will start pangum langayate girim. He will start climbing mountains. Why? Whose kripa is required? Your kripa is required. With that kripa alone, anything and everything is happening in this world. This we must keep in mind. We forget very often. Why? Aham karta bhav is there. I am doing, I am not doing, he is the one doing. Even in this moment, he thinks that this vakta has to stop. It will stop. Vakta has no control over it. This is known. This is established. So he says, and you are Vang Mayastvam Chinmaya. Chitmaya. Chinmaya is nothing but Mayam, that is full embodiment of consciousness. Chit, completely filled. Consciousness is the knowing principle, the illumining principle. It is of the nature of knowing. Knowing the presence of something, knowing the absence of something. Illumining day and night, illumining sun and moon, illumining truth and untruth. Whatever it is there is to know, it is because of this knowing principle that anything is known. If I know that I don't know Sanskritam, my not knowing that is also known because of this light. So you see, Chinmaya, completely. The embodiment of bliss, Anandamaya, Tvam Anandamaya. And you are Brahmamaya, Anandamaya. Why? Nature of bliss and an embodiment of bliss. Completely saturated, enveloped in chit, in knowing and in bliss. Is there any room for sorrow? Sorrow is happening in our lives, no doubt. But can I allow for that to be there for too long? Why? Because if I choose sorrow, if I say I will remain with it, no, you can tell me that Ganesha is full of auspiciousness, but I have my sorrow. Like that, if you choose to be with your sorrow, then you are actually keeping Ganesha away. Because Ganesha is of the nature of bliss. You have to be at bliss. Bliss is not being excited and rejoicing. And bliss means that serenity, that equipoise, that calmness that comes with it, in which there is no agitation, no disturbance, there is no sorrow. Bhagavan Krishna says, greatest of sorrows does not touch the one who sees me in himself. Is this person insensitive? No, no way. He will do whatever he can in his compassion to help every other being, but he himself is untouched by sorrow. This is the condition. This is the way it is. So then I am not going to allow myself to remain in sorrow. This is the affirmation for myself. Yes, sorrow has come, something happened, and I am sorrowful, yes, but I will cry. Those are the sentiments that are being expressed right now. Cry. After which what? I have to get out of it. Why? It happened, and that's over. Now I am going to move on. Okay? Not allowing for this inauspiciousness to remain with me. For Bhagavan Ganesha alone is the embodiment of bliss. I keep telling Krishna, for me, Krishna. Huh? There is really no difference between them. And yet, for the mind, for the one inclined, Ganesha, no, Ganesh Chaturthi is coming. When we worship Ganesha, from the day we are getting, whether we getting the idol, no, doesn't matter. Keep the idol in front of you. Worship the form. Allow it 3 days, allow it 5 days, and be with him this way. He is the embodiment of bliss. How should those 5 days be? And then when he's gone, don't think he's taken away bliss. He says, connect with me, I am within you. So what we have to do? Give away for that form to go. No problem, Ganesha. The 3 days, 1 day, 5 days you stayed with me. You are well, I am learning to recognize you within me. So how would you be all the time? Embodiment of that bliss. Keep him in your heart. He is Brahma. He is the Brihat Brahma. Infinite strength, infinite knowledge, where there is abundance of all this Aishwaryam. He is that. He is that very non-dual existence. Pratyaksham Brahmasi Jnanamayo Vijnanamayo. See, Jnana is all that knowledge of Brahman, and Vijnana is that very experience, that wisdom that comes from this knowledge. He alone is that. So now really, if you see, almost everything about and in and around creation is already spoken of here in these very 2-3 verses. And he says the seer has come to recognize this. He has come to recognize this oneness. Therefore, he sees in whatever it is that I see, I am seeing that he is the essence. Ganesha is the essence. This way, that oneness is established. So wherever from the Upanishad we are hearing of the highest, if that is not what we are thinking of every day, then in whatever it is that makes up for our world, let us see Ganesha there. Brahman, Atman, I don't know, consciousness, what is this knowing principle? Chinmaya, doesn't matter. What do I know? I know my world, my office, my family, my community. Is there understanding, misunderstanding? Is there communication, miscommunication? Is there a relationship? He is the essence of all that is happening there. Can we begin to see from there? And how do we recognize Ganesha, this auspiciousness? Mangalkara. He is Mangalmay. in everything, in and about everything. Within me, within what I speak, within what I do. If I see him as the essence, I let him control. So we must let the reins in his hands and let him run this instrument for us. With this resolve, we have to conclude today. We will see more of the verses tomorrow. When keep thinking of Ganesha, and as you sleep tonight, after you've had dinner and everything, and just before bedtime, chant the verses, read the verses, just go through the verses. If you have not learned to chant it the way it should be, it doesn't matter. You can read it and try and remember, recall whatever was said. So let that be the last thoughts you have before you sleep tonight. Yeah. With this we conclude. We shall meet tomorrow at the same time. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Shanti.